Hello everybody, Chuck into 1000 reporting for duty. Welcome back to an episode of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which is also known as Plus Star-Crossed World. Yeah, I know, I kind of botched that, but what the hell. Anyway, in the last episode, we basically got to show you one stage of the DLC and also unlocked access not to the natural plains, but to Everbay Coast. Now, immediately, I'm wanting to take the liberty of searching around Everbay Coast because in every single level, there are going to be two hidden treasure roads to be found. And they are found right there. So this one we're going to do first, Stairs Mouth Kirby. This was actually a little bit tedious to do. So hopefully it's not going to spend too much time with doing it. I will actually give you a heads up ahead of time. I am currently dealing with a constant runny nose and a croaky throat because it's winter season, so obviously you are more likely going to be dealing with cold than that. The main reason why I hate winter. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Christmas, but when it comes to dealing with cold weather, I just can't handle it. Right, I'm just going to get rid of them. There we go. We'll put you there. I'm going to slide you here so that way I can move this stairway across without having that Gabon hitting us with a bone. Yeah, you need to know the right stairs to put in the right place. And if you can save time by spitting the stairs directly on the switch, then that's good. Oh, dang, I'm pushing the wrong button. There we go. Sorted. Now on to the other treasure road that we actually unlocked, which is over here. Just normal. You have no ability, no mouthful mode ability, it's just Kirby on its own. You got some Scarfies here basically standing in your way. Just ignore them and hit the red switches, that's all you have to do. And of course one of them runs into me. Well, we now get the invincible candy. Which obviously we do need to get past these blue horns. Otherwise, there's no way you're going to be able to beat that in 30 seconds. Oh god. Yeah, because the irritating thing about like when you actually like have the need to actually blow your nose or something, it's like one side is clear but the other side is not. So you take the liberty of blowing your nose to get rid of whatever is blocking your nose to then clear that side, and it takes forever to do. And when you eventually do it, 30 minutes later, the other side then ends up being blocked up. So you can't win. Right, we're going to the abandoned beach. Ay, ay, ay. So we have 2 star coins guiding a watermelon, or just a regular melon, whatever approach you both really. These tentacles, or whatever their names are, I really hate those enemies. Because they always shoot in a trajectory of 3 in an AoE, like, surrounding. Crack open 3 knock knock nuts as your first objective. And that enemy gives you the ability of bomb. Noddy over here gives you the ability of sleep. We're not even going to be interacting with it because it's a waste of time. And we have a Norcodile here. These enemies are indestructible. You cannot kill them as normal Kirby or just any regular ability you can use on a regular basis. Oh, damn it! Exiting the stage. I forgot there was a knock knock nut down there. Ugh. Right, just skip the cutscene. Alright, thank you. Yeah, I honestly find those eels kind of weird, to say the least, because they look like enemies that can live in water, except when they fall in the water, they instantly die. So yeah, I was actually meant to like interact with this knock knock nut, but I completely forgot all that. Yeah, that Norcodile will actually try and eat you up. If he does that, you're guaranteed to lose your ability, no questions asked. It is relatively fast to interact, so you've got to be warned of him. Right, a choice of Chakram Cutter or Volcano Fire. We're going to go Volcano Fire. We've got Wild Bonkers as our mid-boss for this stage. Just like any other Bonkers, it runs up to you, swings you with his hammer, and then in phase 2, he will start off by doing this attack, and then he will throw explosive coconuts. The explosive coconuts do not grant you an ability, just an FYI, so don't bother with it. Anyway, we get the hammer ability. You do actually need this for what's to come in this level. Get rid of those fish. I'm going to head up here, start going hidden behind a tree. But the main reason why we need the hammer ability is to hammer in this stake. Because behind the wall is our first hidden Waddle Dee. So now we're going to proceed onwards. I'm not really going to be saying that this actually speeds you up, because it actually doesn't. Oh, here's our next bonus objective. Destroy the animal sand sculpture. It's a shame you had to do it, because it actually was really well created. Whoever did it. Right, gotta watch out for these vortexes. Ay. Jump over you. Oh god. Okay, some star coins and watermelons. Actual watermelon this time, not just a plain old silly melon. Got a sleeping a wolfie here that's guarding a starfy and a wooden stake. That allows you to go into a secret room. Over here, you got to hammer this stake, and upon doing that, you got a time limit to get to our next hidden Waddle Dee. Just cut the corner, and then you're as good as gold. You can tell which one's a time mission and which one is not by the colour of the bird. If the colour of the bird is black, you're in no rush to get them. But if they're coloured red, then you have a timer challenge. Right, we got a ladder over here to interact with, so might as well go up there for a figurine. I'm trying to remember the name of those turtle enemies, and I can't remember the top of my head. I honestly can't. Right, that's all we can do in this level, so onwards to the next bit. As we get a new mouthful mode ability. Ring mouth. Immediately grab it, stand over here, I think. It is definitely here, right? Yep, there we go. Complete the sign on the rooftop for some star coins and also a hidden Waddle Dee. Sorry, it's just gradually having to breathe in so that way I can actually breathe through my nose, because it's not easy to do. I really want to breathe in and out, and I just can't. Right, some more star coins. And if we drop down here and interact with this windmill switch, we get one of the main reasons for you to have the ring mouth. To jump into a boat and act as its corresponding sail. These are what can actually get rid of those crocodiles. And here's our last knock knock nut. And that is the end of the level. However, we are still missing one Waddle Dee. Destroy this wall and he's right over there. Get rid of this crocodile so we get some more star coins. And the more star coins, the merrier, honestly. And there we go. Now we can properly end the level. Yeah, I'm moving my chair closer so it's easy for me to reach my iPad so I can turn the camera on and off. So I'm guessing this is our one and only figurine we picked up because we didn't see any other ones. Captured Waddle Dee! One of the Waddle Dees being held captive by the fearsome beast pack. There were so many out there waiting to be saved. You can almost hear them calling for help, and I am not mimicking it. Let me out, wait, that's what they're saying. They're saying let me out. Wait, you hear that too? One of them must be nearby. Yeah, alright. Oh, there's another one. Hey! Strong-armed beast Goimondo! Goimondo considers the local shopping mall to be his personal territory. As part of the Beast Pack's executive council, he's in charge of capturing Waddle Dees and gathering food. He tends to eat all the fruit himself. He just can't help it. This behavior has earned him an earful from his boss more than once. Well, I mean, he's a gorilla. Gorillas, last I checked, are known to constantly eat food all the time. Because when it comes to animals, their brains oftentimes are relating to their stomach. Because they will always think about food every single hour. And we've got 2 more treasure modes to interact with. Sword treasure was our first one. Got a drink to have yet, and it's been sat there for like an hour, almost. Don't want it up. It's just basically an enemy gauntlet. Right, there we go. Nice. Now this one we're going to be dealing with Wild Edge. Right, that's that barrier I was telling you about. There we go. Yeah, sometimes the target time for the sword one specifically are a little bit hard to do, because when you're doing the charge spin attack, it can still deplete your timer even though you've killed all the enemies. Oh, they finished a new building in town. Alright, I'll have a look at it in a minute. Sorry, just having my drink, because otherwise it's going to get stone cold. Right, so the hammer one for the treasure mode, hammer the stakes in. Your best ideal to do that jump hammer swing attack because it saves you so much time. There we go. Oh no, oh no, no. I think I kind of messed it up there. No, I just barely recovered it. Okay, good. Because I know the hammer actually grabbed the rare stone, honestly. Right, Concrete Isles is our next stage. In fact, actually, while I'm thinking about it, it's not really in relation to this game. Just the fact of whenever you play Nintendo games and you constantly deal with a bunch of people who are like personally I want to call them assholes, but they're not, well, they're not always assholes if you get my drift. So basically, it's like when you're playing a Nintendo game online for entertainment, and you're playing something like, say, Mario Kart, for example. And no matter what position you are in, you are always dealing with people just being downright selfish. So, like, I was taking part in this event that happened on Mario Kart World yesterday, which was based on the Knockout Tour, and I was just minding my own business, doing the race like it's supposed to do, and one moment I'm in third place. Somebody throws a green shell forward and it manages to hit me. I'm doing the hit animation, so yeah, I'm doing the hit animation where I took damage, so I have to stay stationary until I'm no longer flailing my arms around. When the animation stops, I'm now able to start moving again. And then as soon as I hit the A button to start moving again, bam, another item hits me, so I'm doing the flailing animation again. Then, when that stops, it does the flail animation a third time because somebody hits me a third time. So just waiting again, and then when I start moving again, once again, somebody hits me. And it just happens continuously. I don't understand why. Like, why the absolute hell does it have to happen where you get hit once and then you're forced to watch the idle animation of you being hit and then 3 more people hit you, one after another? It's honestly annoying. Especially with the fact that when you report this to Nintendo as an act of bullying, they say that there's nothing they can do about it. In other words, they can't be asked to do anything about it. So that's what's irritant about with me with Nintendo. You want to report things to Nintendo about people using cheats or something, and they are just like, unless you have proof, there's nothing we can do. But when you show them proof, they still deny giving you any assistance. Because I had a moment where somebody actually cheated against me when playing Legend CA, where somebody used a Garchomp and they were able to paralyze me when using the move Earthquake. But in the video, you see that he's used Earthquake and Surf at the same time. And all I'm constantly getting from people on Discord and Facebook, on a page I'm a part of, is you're dealing with lag. You got hit with Thunderbolt from Asurius, or you got hit with Garchomp's Thunderfang. And I'm constantly saying to them, in the battle log, it doesn't show Asurius using Thunderbolt. It doesn't show Garchomp using Thunderfang. The only moves that were shown being used were Earthquake and Surf. That's it. And I got paralyzed upon being hit with an Earthquake. So how the hell did I get hit with an electric attack when not a single electric attack was even selected? Anyway, I've been disregarding this level entirely. You're basically swimming around the overworld as per normal, and you have to navigate the area to try and find 3 seabirds, otherwise seagulls, and make landfall on an Isle of Treasure, which is at the end of this segment of the level. And I can basically move on to the next portion of the level, but there's meant to be a 3rd seagull around here, and I have no idea where it is. Anyway, the abilities that you saw me pick up when navigating this area, you saw me pick up the rare ability of Crash, which is a screen nuke attack that can actually kill basically all enemies that are in trajectory of being hit. However, you can only use that ability once and then it's gone for good. But this ability that I have right now is a brand new ability, the Drill. You can burrow yourself underground and You can make like an explosion attack by making a circle ring around the enemy. And anyway, this enemy also gives you the ability of bomb. He's known as the Balloon Meister. Sorry. Bombed up nose is actually making my voice sound weird. Right, the third seagull should be around, but I have not seen it. There are definitely 3 seagulls to be found in this section of the level. So, it should be around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's at the very end. Right, onwards we go. Right, so now in this portion, so this enemy here, I believe this enemy is called a digger, spelled D-I-G-G-A-H. Now, these are little star chips you see me picking up. They are known to like hide little hidden secrets for you to actually interact with. So we dig up a little warp star. We've got a new mouth mode ability. Pipe mouth. You just basically pick it up and then immediately start rolling down the hill. And then you have to push the A button to jump at the right time. Otherwise you will not get that last star chip to allow you to get your last hidden Waddle Dee. Now, I believe this bit is the last portion of the hidden mission to basically find a Maxim tomato that's buried underground. And there we go. That's the end of the level. Yeah, sorry that I wasn't really talking about this level so much. It's just talking about people using cheats in Nintendo games just to ruin your fun, and Nintendo do literally fuck all about it. Sorry for saying fuck all, but to be honest, it's honestly true. You want to say something to them, but they say they can't do anything when really they can, because they're the ones who are publishing the games. They're the ones publishing the game consoles. They're the ones publishing everything. Anyway, our first figurine, Torturna. Torturna has a whole shell made of concrete, as if it walked off with somebody's sidewalk. It has a thick skull and a mean bite, but its body is pretty delicate. A mouthful mode ability might help you crack through its shell and land a brutal blow from above. That's basically telling you how you defeat them with the code mouth, even though you see it in the first level of the game and you are mandatorily needing to do it in the first place. And we also got the ice ability, and I didn't bother reading the category for it because I didn't see any need of doing it. So we get our third level, and also we get 2 more treasure roads. So we're going to be focusing on doing the treasure roads and that level in the next episode. Oh, actually again, just a 1. Alright, never mind. So next time we're coming in the Forgotten Land plus Starcross World. We're going to do this treasure road and then that level over there in the distance. See you guys then.